Philippine coin collectors, and welcome to PHILINDSING Coin Channel. And today we're going to take a look at my most valuable Philippine coin. And we're going to look through a bunch of them just to see why I value my most valuable and what other values they have for some of the other coins. So let's start with this one right here. And this is an interesting coin. It's a 1941 coin. If we tip it up here, you can see that it says United States of America around the outside. So of course this is a time when the Philippines was still part of the USA. And it's an interesting time because this is the year, of course, that the Philippines were invaded by the Japanese and World War II started. So on December 8th, 1941, the Japanese came in and took over the Philippines. They took it over kind of gradually, but December 8th, 1941 is when they came in. Now, this coin was made in 1941 before the Japanese invaded. It's a 1 centavo, and it says, if we look way down here, it says Filipinas with an F. See how that's, and of course it's the man seated with an anvil looking over at Mount Mayon, which has just been this has been on many Philippine coins. Now, this coin is not a great value, but what this coin is it's a survivor, like many people in the Philippines. This coin somehow made it through World War II without being destroyed, and that's because the Japanese did take all of the Philippine currency during World War II and put out their own currency, some of which you'll see. But this isn't my favorite, but it is a great coin with a great history. Next, I think I want to look at one of my favorite designs of a coin. And this, of course, is the 1 peso coin with the bull on the back, the wild bull, the Anoa Mindorensis. Just a beautiful 1 peso coin. It's certainly my favorite 1 peso coin, smooth edge. And we get over to the front and of the back, I guess you call it. And it says Republica ng Pilipinas, and there's Jose Rizal there, and this is of course a 1994 coin which they no longer make and you can't any longer use. Now, my best condition coin is this one, and this is just in very good shape. It's hard to tell from the video here, just the way the light hits it, but just look at the detail on this coin. It's a 10 centavos coin from 1966. It's got the smoke rings that go over towards the O in centavos. The lady's gown is just really detailed, and then you can see just here, let me show you the detail of her bare feet. And if you look at her feet, you can just see the toes and everything. Just a great detailed coin, a dotted edge, a reeded rim. And of course, this is the Bank of the Philippines when it was still written in English, Republic of the Philippines from 1966. Next is maybe my favorite recent coin, and that's the 10 peso coin. Of course, it has Polinario Mabini and Andres Bonifacio on it. If we look here, we see the BSP, the Banco Central Philippines logo here. They're both facing to the right. It's a 2002 coin, and of course it says 10 pesos here. And that replaced, of course, one of my favorite notes of all time, and that is this note here, which is the 10 peso Ang Bagong Lapunan 10 peso, or Sampang peso. And that, of course, as you see, Mabini on there also. Well, the 10 peso coin came out, and then if we look over here, we see Marcos has put his stamp on it. He actually took the banknote and redid them with his stamp on them. So it's a very busy banknote, and it's one of the it's the first Philippine paper money I ever gotten. Next, I think what I want to do is look at this coin. And this is one of my favorite coins simply because of the shape that it is. And if we look at this, we see it's the Andres Bonifacio coin. It says Republica ng Pilipinas on it. Bonifacio facing to the left. It's a 1983. And then on the back, of course, this is the Flora and Fauna series. And there's a coconut palm. And if we look way up in there, we can see the coconuts. And it's a 2 peso coin. The Philippines only made 2 different 2 peso coins. And then they never made them before or after. But I just love the outside of this coin. Next, I guess we should look at this coin. And this is another man seated. This is the 5 centavos. And you notice it's Filipinas with an F. We tip it up, it has a smooth rim. And then if we look here, we see that it says 1938. Now, what many people don't know is that in 1935, the Philippines started on their way to independence. And it was hopeful that they would get there by 1941 or 1942. But of course, World War II got in the way. But this is one of the coins that was made in the Philippines. And if we look way down here, you can see the M for the Manila Mint. So this is a Philippine coin that was made in the Philippines for the Commonwealth of the Philippines when they were starting to take over and control their own government. And of course, in 1935, they came out with their constitution. And but because of World War II, everything was delayed, and they finally got full independence in 1946. Here's another coin that I'm pretty interested in, and that's, of course, the Sentimos coin with Baltazar on it. Now, when the Philippines finally started putting their coins out and putting them with Tagalog, so they went from Centavos to Sentimos, and they went from 10 to Sampung. And so this is a good coin because it kind of shows the Philippines starting to put their own stamp on their own coins. This is the 1967 Republica ng Pilipinas. And then way down here, we see that it's no longer in English, the banner. It says Republica ng Pilipinas, Republica ng Pilipinas in Tagalog. A lot of people think that this should be my favorite, and it's a beautiful coin. It's a 25 centavos coin from the Philippines, and we tip it up and we can see that indeed it's Mount Mayon and a hammer and the anvil and the lady. And if we tip it onto the back, we see that it says 1945. And of course, this coin was made at the Denver Mint, so we see a D here. This D here stands for Denver, Colorado, United States of America, and that's where it was made. And if, for those of you who know a little bit about the United States, that's out near silver country, Montana, Colorado, where they get a lot of this silver for the United States. And this coin is a silver coin, and it's probably worth $4 to $5. It's worth $2 just in silver alone. So this is the coin that was made in 1945 when the Philippines regained its independence, in a sense, and the Japanese left, and the United States came back in with this money. And so this is one of the first coins to come back into the Philippines. And because the Philippines had been occupied, this coin was made in Denver, Colorado, United States of America. So this is a very valuable coin money-wise, $4 to $5. The next coin I want to show you is this coin. And so some people say, well, this is your oldest coin. It must be your most valuable. And if we look at it, we see it's a 1921 coin. It says United States of America. And this is before the Philippines really became a Commonwealth. We see the USA shield on there with the stars and the eagle holding the arrows and the olive branch, kind of the symbol of the United States of America rather than the symbol of the Philippines. And if we tip it over, we see that, again, it's Filipinas with an F, and it says it's a 1 centavo coin. And this is my oldest coin, but I still would rather have a Philippine coin made by the Philippine government, which is in Philippine or Tagalog. This is perhaps my most beautiful coin in terms of the design of the coin. And it's a beat up one, but it's a used one. That's why. It's a 50 centavos coin. We see Mount Mayon in the background in 1964. Just a big, sturdy coin. And it's still, of course, Central Bank of the Philippines rather than Banco Central. And then underneath it says Republic of the Philippines rather than Republica ng Pilipinas. This one I like because it's the year I was born, a 1958 25 centavos coin. And a lot of people collect coins from the year they were born, and this was the one that was issued in the Philippines for 25 centavos, the year I was born. We only got a couple to go. This one I love, and of course, if we look down here, we see it's Melchora Aquino, but what I love on this one is the Spanish flower design, how it kind of goes around and around. Republica ng Pilipinas, there she is facing to the left, 5 centimos. It has that kind of funny edge. And then we get to the back, and of course it's one of the Ang Bagong Lipunan, the New Society coins, with the Banco Central 1949 logo, and this is a 1976. So this is my third to the most favorite. My second to the most favorite and most valuable to me is this coin. And I love this Lapu-Lapu 1 centimo with the kind of squared sides. Republica ng Pilipinas, we see that it's a really light coin. Again, this is a New Society coin from 1975. But finally, I think I need to show you my favorite and most valuable coin to me. And this is a coin that was given by one of my wife's co-workers, Angelito. And this started our Philippine coins on the Philippine Coin channel. It's the 1 peso, Jose Rizal, facing to the left. And of course, this was designed by the same man who designed the United States half dollar. And it's just a lovely big old coin. They made them in 72 and 74, Republica ng Pilipinas, and Banco Central here. So this was the first of the coins. And you notice it doesn't say peso, P-E-S-O, it says peso, P-I-S-O. And this is my most valuable and my most favorite Philippine coin. All right, thanks for watching. Let's bring them all back in here so you can kind of take a look through them. Just some great coins from the Philippines. And if you're a Philippine coin collector, it's just so nice to have all the different coins and just all the different varieties of metal and other things. And I think they're all valuable, but of course my most valuable one to me is this 1 peso. And this one, of course, is the 1974 that was given to me by Angelito. Thank you. And please subscribe to our channel if you like these kind of videos, and leave any comments you might have in the comments section.